I'm Shane Jenkins, and this is a special edition of Liberty's Cage, not because of the puppy dog or the dog here or the kitten on the wall, but because I have an interview that we smuggled out of the DC Gulag of myself interviewing Cash Kelly, the streetlight, and it's a treat. I watched a little bit of it earlier, and I just hope you all enjoy it. You can learn some lessons from some guys that have gone through some things like we went through in the DC Gulag. But I hope you enjoy. We'll be back with a regular episode with David Dempsey next week. I'm going to actually film that tomorrow. Hope y'all are having a wonderful day. See y'all soon. Welcome, everybody. My name is Shane Jenkins. I'm with the Real J6, and this is my friend Cash Kelly.
Cash Kelly, the streetlight.
We're here in the DC Gulag, and I have the honor and the privilege to interview my friend and my brother, who we've struggled through this last 22 months,
Man, bro.
together.
Yeah.
And he's leaving tomorrow, so it's a blessed day, but it's a sad day also because we've been through the storm here together. And so I just wanted to ask him a few questions and just kind of get a temperature check where he's at and see what the future holds. And we just want to welcome her. This is the first time I've done a podcast, and hopefully it's
Start something beautiful.
yeah, it's a start of something good.
And
So
it will be.
It is an
It's a
honor.
good brother.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine. So I just want to ask you, like, how do you feel like, they came and took your temperature tonight for COVID precautionary measures? And when they came in, we knew you were leaving. You got sentenced about 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
How did you feel when they said, hey, it's your temperature check time, which is an indication that you're leaving tomorrow? So how did that?
Well, it's bittersweet, right? And I'll tell you why. Because you know how they say, be careful what you wish for, right? I was sitting in my cell today, and I was eating, and I was watching the tablet. So as I'm watching the tablet, tears came in my eyes, and I just felt this moment of like dread, like I miss my baby so much, and like it just hit me, And then I'm like, I took out the earbuds, put the bowl down. I'm like, God, thank you. I was thanking him for like life. I'm like, thank you. I'm like, I really, really miss my family. I miss my kids, and I just want to go home. So can you please help me get home? So then I went back to my activities. I kept eating, and then I was watching the show, and then here we are 2 hours later. They say, Cash, you gotta get your temperature checked. So at that point, I'm like, God just answered my prayer. Hey, my prayer went up like UPS status, like overnight shipping, you know what I'm saying? Except it was real quick. And yeah, so I'm like, that was a blessing. But at the same time, I looked around the pod, and I'm like, dang, I'm looking at all my brothers, you know what I'm saying? It just hit me like I'm gonna be away from people that I've been living with for longer than some people in the world have had relationships, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, these people are my brothers now. And even though I don't like everybody, I love all of them, So it's like, it sucks, but I'm blessed, I'm worried about you guys now. That's all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I think when you say that, like, to be clear, we haven't been able to see our children in over 21 months. And it's no fault of our own. Our family's not wanting to come see us. They have, vaccine restrictions, and they won't even let our kids come in to visit, even if we do get vaccinated. So it's just been
They tricked me. I didn't want to take the vaccine, but they said, if you take this vaccine, Mr. Kelly, then you could see your family. So I said, all right, I'm going to take the vaccine. So I took the vaccine, and they said, I'm sorry, did we tell you that you can see your children? We lied.
I didn't want to say that, but because
that's the truth. That's the truth. They didn't. I took the vaccine. My heart hasn't exploded yet. Not saying that it would. I'm just being funny. But
sorry, Fauci, we're sorry.
Yeah, no, because this might be on like a platform that might get you canceled if you say something funny like that. So that's why I said I'm just joking. All right,
Misinformation.
Yes, I don't want to put out no misinformation because my heart, though it is big, has not exploded. So yeah. God, don't let it explode, Lord. No, but yeah. So they didn't let me see my children. So yeah.
Well, so when you were talking about not seeing your kids and stuff like that, I think Megs has a grandbaby that, Kelly Meggs, Oathkeeper, they were just found guilty yesterday, and he's been gone so long that he has a grandbaby that he hasn't even met yet.
Yeah.
And so, but that's a side note. I wanted to ask you, like, so what are, like,
What is one of the things that you're going to take with you from here? That is something that is encouraging to you, or a favorite moment or time. We've had some rough times and we've had some good times. It's been, I think back on all the different days that we've had, there's been a whole bunch
Yes.
to pull from. So I wanted to ask you, like, what is probably one of your favorite times or one of the best things you're going to take from here?
Okay, my favorite time. Oh God, there's a lot of favorite times. One that stands out to me though is the Hopium Den.
Yeah.
When we decided to come together and put like our own Saturday Night Live style skits together, and perform them in front of each other. People eating popcorn, everybody put out snacks, and it was like our own little Apollo theater, and it was really funny. I laughed. Even when the joke was on me, I laughed, you know what I'm saying? And I think the funniest thing that I'll take with me though was Morris Robert, man. When he did his skit. Yes. Yes, dog. Hands down, bro. That's probably like one of my favorite moments because everyone was together in that moment. We weren't thinking about politics. We weren't thinking about being incarcerated. We weren't thinking about how bad we missed our families. We weren't thinking about any of the things that we were supposed to be stressed about while being incarcerated. We found a little bit of light in our darkness. And that was one of the best moments, and it was an inspiring moment just to show people, like, no matter what your circumstances or situation is, you can find peace. If you come together, if you all come together, and you can do it. So that's brotherhood, basically. Brotherhood is the lesson. Brotherhood, and not everything that you hear on it. My thing before I got locked up was defund the media. And they lied about these guys. They lied about me too, but you can tell that they were lying about me because I'm black, so I can't be a white supremacist, you know what I'm saying? I'm an American, but my skin is darker for everybody out there that, like me, don't like to use color. I'm a darker skinned American. All right?
Or black white supremacist.
But yeah, exactly. They said that everybody in here is white supremacists. I'm like, that's a lie, I live with these guys, you know what I'm saying? And I get like this sometime, and they be like, love you, Cat. So it's good.
Well, yeah, I mean, you had Troy, you had Ronnie,
Yeah.
we've got Julian.
Yeah, but Troy, he's like Tiger Woods. I'm just kidding. Troy, I'm kidding, brother. I love you, man. I hope you're doing well out there. Yeah, Ronnie, God bless you too, bro. I hope you're doing all right.
I mean,
you got more. There's a couple different people in here of different ethnicities, but we're all American. You know what I'm saying?
Hispanic, Lebanese.
Yeah.
African American.
Yeah, we had Arab. Yeah.
I mean, we're diverse.
Nobody's a white supremacist is all I'm trying to say. That's the thing. They put me out as a Latin king, gangbanging, drug dealing, Escobar. Oh, they made me look like the worst person in the world and didn't say, well, that was him when he was a kid. And when he became a man, he dedicated his life to keeping kids off the streets and against gang violence and working with law enforcement and helping the mayors of the city. And they didn't say none of those things at all. It was just, oh no, he's what he was. And that's what they try to do to people in here that, have a different history or had a different part of their life that, they were thrust into. I didn't have a choice in being a gang member at the time. And if I did, I didn't know it. I was raised there. I had to. I was surviving. You know what I'm saying? When you know better, you do better. Thank God for that.
Right. So we've looked at the one of the good things. What would you say is one of the worst times that you had here? I know this is we didn't plan this off the cuff, but
man, one of the worst. Okay, one of the worst was when. Okay, there's two moments. There's two. The first one was when the heat in this place was on 10, and it was the summer, and people were dying in their cells, screaming out for their mamas and sweating balls. Like, it was just bad. It was horrible. Yeah. That was like the worst. And the thing that got me was Lonnie. When I seen Lonnie, that broke my heart. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the worst.
Well, for those of you that don't know, Lonnie Coffin was about a 72-year-old Vietnam veteran who was here. I mean, and he had, like, I don't know if he was diabetic or anemic, but his hands were turning like almost when MTG and Louis Gohmert were here, his hands were like purple black, and they were like concerned. And so he obviously had the hardest time dealing with the change. And I mean, It's hot and
Yeah, but you're glad.
sorry.
Damn, I hope he's doing okay. The second thing, one of the worst moments was when Mock got sprayed with the mace, and then I had to come out and clean it up. That was bad, dog. I ain't never like I don't know what's in that gas, man, but it was just the residue of it, and I was dying.
But this is not your clear, just
No, this ain't
spray.
regular.
This is like orange. Your shirt will be like this normally,
Yeah.
and then when they hit it, it's that color, orange.
You'll be
So-
making chocolate in Willy Wonka's factory.
but it had a lot of people crying. And unfortunately, I've been to prison before, so I've encountered that before. And you build up an immunity, I feel like, over time. And so,
I don't ever want to do a community to that stuff.
there has been some really crazy, like, if
There's
you
a
think
lot of
about-
moments. I could give you more. I could give you what happened with Hayes. You weren't here yet.
I was here with Hayes.
When I got
He
in
was
on Hayes.
calling up here, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you was here.
Calling up here, like,
I was, bro,
you
I'm
just put
scared.
him in his cell.
Hey, like, I don't get
Yeah,
scared
it's
about
like,
much. I don't get scared about much, dog. I'm a very, very brave man. But after what they did to Samsul and what, all the things that I heard about how the officers do people, after I went off on this dude, Hayes, right? I went completely off because I got tired of him doing the things that he was doing, saying the things that he was saying. So I lost it on him in front of everybody. And this is at a time when nobody knew that they could talk crazy to the officers. Everybody was just taking it. Whatever gets thrown at us, just taking it. And I hit this point and I turned on my hood to the max. Just don't.
You're a beat.
Yeah, I'm like, you a B-ass nigga, now beat. You know what I'm saying? I went all the way in. And
Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to a special edition of Liberty's Cage. I'm Shane Jenkins, and we will be right back with more after this.
Most people think they have options when searching for the best deals when they travel. But here's the shocking truth. 100% of the major travel agencies are owned by just two entities, Expedia and Booking Holdings. They claim to offer the lowest rates, but due to the hotel rate parity agreement, they all have the same pricing, limiting genuine competition. When you book through these sites, you act as your own travel agent, but the profits are going to organizations that don't support our patriot values. We cannot allow that to continue. So, we decided to make travel great again by starting a US-based travel membership platform, mypatriottravel.com. We are patriots helping patriots. Together, we can disrupt the travel industry by not spending our hard-earned dollars supporting the radical left. For just $29.99 per month, you gain access to true wholesale rates on travel, saving you on average 35% and up to 65%. Book as often as you like, with no limits. Keep your hard-earned dollars in your pocket and spend them on things you need and want to support. Go to mypatriottravel.com/TAFW and grab your membership today. mypatriottravel.com/TAFW. Making travel great again.
Are you a true American? Then it's time to get connected. Download the America First Media and Television app and stay up to date with real news, bold voices, and live events from the America First Warehouse. From national broadcasts and exclusive shows to comedy nights, concerts, and special events. It's all right at your fingertips. No filters, no spin, just America First. Download the America First Media and Television app today and be part of the movement.
I'm sure you guys remember the platinum single Justice for All with Donald Trump and the J6 Prison Choir. Well, get ready for round two. We're coming out with Anthem of the Free with High Res and the J6 Prison Choir. It's coming out now. It's pre-sale until December 19th when it drops. Get yours on all platforms, Google Play, Apple iTunes. Get it. It's going to be hot.
Justice for all, our voices ring, the anthem of the free.
It's me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
The America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see, a symbol of unity. For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free. In the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
Yeah, they put me in my cell, and then when he started calling up here on his days off, I'm like, he's gonna run in my cell. They gonna run in my cell. They gonna do something to me when I'm sleeping. So I was up all night. I couldn't sleep. I ended up having to be put on medication because I'm like, they gonna come in here and do something to me, and I can't sleep. So I'm up at night trying to figure out how to make a knife. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy, you know? And yeah, that was
Well, this
probably
was after they took Sansel down to a
Yeah.
cell that was off camera.
and beat his eyeball out of his head
yeah,
from what I heard.
Well, yeah, blind. You can't see out of one eye. And
Yeah.
So,
So that happened.
there, you know, and for a time, especially, we were very intentional about being
Respectful.
being intentionally like, because we knew that the media had painted a picture of who we were. And we knew that we were in a jail that's probably, I don't know, if I had to guess, it's
0.9% black.
Right.
So yeah.
And officers, 99.9% black inmates as well. And so we're out of bounds, already labeled as white supremacists,
Yeah.
already labeled as Trump supporters,
That's what
majority
got me mad, though.
Christians, you know, and it's like, so they've got this idea of who we are, and we're like, we don't want to, you can't clap back because you don't want to, I mean,
That boot to come down harder on your neck when they're already pressing. You know,
if we're believers,
you don't want to give them a bad
right,
image.
we've got to turn,
Right.
I can understand some anger in some situations, but it's like, it's not going to, I don't feel like it's beneficial. Is it beneficial?
Right.
What
I
you're gonna
agree.
say, and that's, so I think it worked.
We did
And
good.
We did good. We had our moments.
We did real good. I'm saying for as
We've
much
come a long way.
we are very human, you know. God is still working on all of us, man, and that's the thing. But yeah, we did really well. But I didn't like the rate, like for instance, when I had to say something to the officer when they called Padilla a cracker or whatever, gun cracker, you know. And I'm like, that's uncalled for, you know. So when the lieutenants came in, I told them, I'm saying, like, look, man, these dudes, y'all seem thinking that they the racist ones, you know, because of what the news is telling you, but you're in here being racist towards them. Matter of fact, I gave a whole speech when remember that?
Yeah.
I forgot about that. That's one of I like that. That's a highlight. And I stood up. They got him. Even Alan was like, Alan goes, I can't believe this is one between, you know, us. He goes, Alan God bless you, Alan. He go, I can't believe this. I got a lot of respect for you. A black man stood up and defended all of us white men. I lost it. I said, brother, it ain't about that. It's about right and wrong, and what they're doing is wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that, you know? So that's really, I mean, yeah, man, so much stuff we've been through in there. There's a lot of it happened with my brother Scott. They tried to run in his
I was
cell.
just thinking Scott was on my mind, right?
Yeah, man, like it's been a wild ride in here. And I know because back when I was in MCC in Chicago, like it's bad there. They treat them brothers in there bad. And then to see it in DC, it's like, I wonder, is every facility like this? You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things that I guess is a little nerve-wracking leaving, because I'm like, I don't know what I'm stepping into. I have no idea. But I know I got faith. I know that God's got me like this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm moving how I'm moving. And I'm a people person, you know, and I can handle myself. But I hope that I could go where I'm going and be as effective as getting brothers as I was here.
Right.
Because I gained family here.
Well, so
Yeah.
on that note, what is one of the things you think? What is one of the things you're going to look forward to most going? I'm assuming you're going to go somewhere closer to home.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Assuming you got visits and stuff like that. What's something that you're looking forward to the most going somewhere else?
Making my time go by faster with doing a program. God willing, I get to see my family, because that's number one. I want to see my family. But
The little ones?
yeah, bro, my daughter cried to me on the phone right now thinking I'm not going to be able to talk to her no more because I'm leaving here. And I'm like, it's not that. I hate that they got to worry about, you know, things like that. This is the longest I've been away from my kids. Literally, like, I've had since the day I've decided I'm going to be a father, I've had my kids with me. So to be gone now and everything changed,
It's an uncertainty.
it's a hurt. It's a deep pain. It made me cry today in my cell and literally put up the most pure prayer I think I've ever put up to God. Like, it was just pure. It was no extra. Normally, you know, you get to talking to God. I'm like, I couldn't even do it. I'm just like, God, I thank you for everything, but I just miss my family. Can you please, I want to go home. Can you please help me get home? And that was it. That was the prayer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I hope to God that I get to see my children, but if I can't, then I hope to God that I get to do something to make myself get home to my children faster.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah, and going outside more. I would love to go outside and see the sun,
Right.
you know, move around, play some more basketball, some football. Hopefully, get there. And they had baseball teams and stuff in other places.
Handball is another fun.
Bro, I hope I get to do all of it, man, and just to make my time go by.
4 or 2 in prison, right?
Yeah. Cold fed.
So what is something you're gonna miss here, like the most?
The most?
Yeah, I mean, I know, if
There's a couple things.
it's gonna be like Survivor on Wednesday nights or the next
I'm
Bachelor.
gonna miss getting together for SmackDown. Watch this. Yeah, I'm a huge wrestling fan. For everybody know,
This is the bloodline.
we the one. All right,
He's the J6 bloodline.
Team Uzi, baby.
J6 bloodline.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna miss watching wrestling with y'all. I'm gonna miss the talks. I'm gonna miss our nighttime space games.
Man.
I'm gonna miss talking with Abdullah. There's an officer here,
Right.
that I've gotten really close to since I've been here, and he's a really amazing brother, man. And he treats everybody in here with dignity,
Right.
respect. Like he treats people like humans,
Yeah.
And he's been a huge impact on
He's a
me.
racist. Human racist.
Yeah,
And I-
human racist.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a
The
racist.
human race, not the
Human race. Yeah. No, but I'm gonna miss you, bro.
Right.
I am. I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss Doodoo, and surprisingly, I'm gonna miss Dempsey, bro.
Yeah.
I've-
Y'all got close. Notice y'all got close.
That's my brother, man. I love the dude, and I hate the fact that he gets. I tease Dempsey a lot. I call him a racist. I call him a bigot. But he's definitely not. He is. That dude reminds me of being home, like being around him. Because in the Midwest, we don't look at people according to color where I come from. It's where you're from, So whether you're black, Asian, Caucasian, whatever, it doesn't matter. We all come from the same place, so we all treat each other like bros. We talk crazy to each other, and a lot of people don't like. My terminology is different. I'm what's up, nigga? That's me. That's how I talk. You guys can look me up and see that that's true. But I get that vibe from him when I'm here with him. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's one of the bros, and
He's authentic too.
yeah, he's him. He's been him since day one, and I gotta respect that, and I've really gotten close to the brother, man. Ryan too,
Yeah.
Ryan that's probably one of my best friends. This is my squad, all right? Not to take away from nobody, right? Got Shane, you got Doodoo, you got Dempsey, you got Ryan. I would say those 4 are my top closest people. Like, you guys are that's my tribe, you know what I'm saying? But then I got a relationship with everybody in the pod. Like, I love, people might find it strange, but I got a lot of love for John. John has really been somebody that since day one, I felt I had to be there for. You know what I'm saying? Since I met him, he pissed me off so many times, believe me. But I've had to always just be there for him and try to, reel him back in. And he's grown in my heart. Like, I'm gonna miss the brother a lot. He almost made me cry earlier. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I'm gonna miss you guys. I'm gonna miss this. Like, you call me, hey, bro, come sit down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss.
It's just like the exclusive behind the scenes.
Yeah, in the trenches, dog.
Off the record.
Bro, we've been in the trenches with each other for a minute, and we made it. We've made it work, bro. Like, we've done this. We haven't stopped. Nothing has divided us. And I feel like I help people with tolerance in here. I help people build up a tolerance. If there ever was somebody in here that was racist, they cannot claim it no more. You want to know why? I've hugged each and every one of these niggers. I've hugged them all. Listen. I love these dudes, man. Literally, like, I got nothing but love for them, man. And don't believe the hype. This place has not been the greatest. It hasn't. But we've made it.
Right.
We've made this place. It's tolerable. It's tolerable for us, man, because of each other. When somebody's down, we pick them up. And everybody's had their moments where they've been pissed. Like, I've had moments. I've had some moments where I flew off the handle, like, and yeah, I've had to be reeled back in. I even cussed him out one time. Oh, he wasn't even doing nothing. I thought he said something and he didn't even say it. I was going off on somebody else. And then I've had to, you hate when you had to eat crow, and I had to do that. I was like, man, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. That was very unbecoming of me. You know, but
this is we're like you say, we're family, we're brothers, and
big time.
we, we're trapped in this cell.
Yeah.
We're in my cell now, but like a larger cell.
You leave them one small cell again.
Yeah, we're like brothers, like living together. Like if you have a family of brothers living together, they're gonna fight.
Hell yeah.
There's been fights. There's been plenty of them. There's been plenty of disagreements and arguments and screaming matches and cussing each other out, punching each other, whatever.
Yeah. I'm gonna apologize right now, Jake. I love you, bro. I apologize. I don't think I've apologized to you. I apologize when you see this. I ain't gonna put it out there, but you know what it is. I love you. We're good, Yeah.
So I was thinking about, this has been a whole experience, and it's been something that I feel like God molded me for this experience because I've been to jail before. I know Jesus Christ. I know a lot of leadership information and skills and people skills, social skills, stuff like that. And it's like, I feel like God handpicked me for this mission. And it's like, I know that we're in the Forge. We watch Forge. We have Forge and Fire Fridays. And I love that because that's something that I really focus on is like, you take ore, rock, stone, whatever it is, and they make it into metal, and then they throw it in the forge and they melt it down, and then it's cast or beat or whatever, however they end up making the piece of metal, and they sharpen it and just beat it with the hammer on the anvil and all these things. And it's painful for that sword. But in the end, if you look at, that's what it all had to go through all this thing. It's a process, and it's like taking all the impurities out of it.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to a special edition of Liberty's Cage. I'm Shane Jenkins, and we will be right back with more after this.
It's me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, with Shane Jenkins going deep for some gold.
Hopefully not. I don't want to have to use this to dig up our own gold, but fortunately we do have a place called soundmoney.info/Stand in the Gap, and you can help us at Stand in the Gap and all the J6ers accumulate some wealth for their families and their future.
There is a better way.
Are you a true American? Then it's time to get connected. Download the America First Media and Television app and stay up to date with real news, bold voices, and live events from the America First Warehouse. From national broadcasts and exclusive shows to comedy nights, concerts, and special events. It's all right at your fingertips. No filters, no spin, just America First. Download the America First Media and Television app today and be part of the movement.
All right, live from Studio 6B on a Friday night, live at the America First Warehouse. Live at the America First Warehouse on a Friday, Real America's Voice, all across the country, 103.9 LI News Radio, all across your radio, Suffolk County, Long Island. Glad you're in.
If the vote count is accurate, then how come the number of voters is different? And if it's not accurate, then why was it certified? We are suing Letitia James and the New York State Board of Elections for a conspiracy against fundamental rights. This is not about who won. It's not about what party. It's about the fact that they don't care about your rights.
It's me, Joe the Box. And I'm John the Blanket with the America First Podcast.
That's what I'm talking about. The Fred Rubino Podcast.
I'm James Justice. We got Stephen Ruth over here. What are we doing, Steve? Fighting! Welcome to the Patriots Podcast. Good evening, everyone.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the On the Right Side podcast here at the America First Warehouse.
Welcome to Liberty's Cage, the podcast tearing down the walls of America's broken justice system.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Downey Jr. podcast. Be free, stay free.
The America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
Through this heat, which is hard on it, and then chilling it, and then grinding it down, which, you know, iron sharpens iron. That's how we
sharpens
banging it against each other. And it's like, you look at this thing that came from nothing, and then I just know that the final result is a sword that is a beautiful weapon that is used for a very specific purpose. And I can't help but feel like that this has been an experience that we go through, and that it's intent that this is being honed for something very
100%.
You know what it is, but I know that we have platforms now, websites, and, you know, everything else, and it's like,
You know, I thought of something too, bro. You saying that, you know, and I think about, because before I got locked up, my life was going in a very great direction. Like, I was being flown around the country, speaking at different events, Trump rallies. They used my little video, you know, for the campaign. You know, I had Ted Nugent, Mark Levin. I had all these big name people, you know, sharing my stuff. And I was going somewhere, and I'm like, this next big thing. All these political figures are tweeting my stuff, and they're saying how brilliant this guy is, and I'm getting out my podcast and talking. Right. So I'm like, how am I here now? You know, I'm locked up. and yeah, and that's the thing. That's the thing. It took me to be locked up, to be taken out of that situation, to understand that I was not ready to be where I was going. I was not ready. I was getting thrust there, and he was showing me like, yeah, you got something coming, but you're not ready yet because of the decisions that you're making while you're out. You know, you're not being responsible enough with what I'm giving you. So now I got to really get you ready because it's coming, right? So he took me out, put me in here, and I think about two things. Moses, number one, Moses was taken out from birth. God had his hand on him, saved him, sent him floating down the river to where Pharaoh's daughter finds him and falls for this little dude and like, I'm just going to raise him up. His sister's there, says, you want me to go get the mother? She can help you nurse him? Yes. It's his mom. So he's raised as royalty.
in Pharaoh's house.
In Pharaoh's house, the very man that wanted to kill him, that gave the order, right? And he's brought up. And when he's ready to walk into his power, he's royalty, he knows who he is, he knows his heritage, and he goes in, but he slips. He lets his humanity grab a hold of him, thinking he's doing something good, looking out for his people, but he did something harmful, and he killed a man. Yeah. And then he had to flee. He was gone for 40 years before he went back. He was 80 years old when he went back. When that's what God used him for, something even mightier. After he'd been out in the wilderness and he had everything going his way, and he thought he was doing the right thing. And that's how I feel like I thought I was doing the right thing.
Right.
So he's, got to take you over and put you in your wilderness. It's going to suck, but this is where you're going to be. And then Joseph sold under slavery just because he got a nice coat and his dad loves him. You know what I'm saying?
Jealousy,
And it's just all these things that then God used him, though. Later on, his brothers start crying once they find out who he is. He's done been enslaved. The woman tried to get that man and then lied on him. And he ended up being second in command to Pharaoh. And then guess what? His brothers got to come to him. The ones that did the whole thing in the first place, so they thought. And they're like, listen, man, look, we sorry. We didn't want to do it, you know? And he's like, yo, hold on. This is the understanding that I have now. He said, don't cry. He said, don't weep. You didn't do this. He said, what you meant to be an evil, God meant to be a good for me. You didn't do this. God did this. So I can save you right now.
It's bigger than you.
It's bigger than you. It's bigger than every single person that's in their trial right now. It's not your trial, it's your preparation. We're not being punished. We're being prepared.
Right.
That's how I look at it.
God saved you from something for something.
Exactly. Bro, I got chills. That's what's going on right here. You know, so
there's a song this lady sent me today. It says, be glad and serene when the tempest clouds form. And this whole song called the eye of the storm, but it's saying that God brings the storm to protect us. And he's got us in the eye of the storm where the calm is. You know, like I'm telling you.
You remember what I wrote you? The thing that you put out?
Oh, yeah.
The hurt.
Yeah, the hurricane. No,
That's confirmation.
yeah, it is. But and that's what, like, we look at it as like, you look at it through physical eyes and you see this thing is just like, it's destroying. Like, it's been hard. Like, I have days that I don't want to get out of bed, but it's just my kids that I don't know. I haven't lost hope and I haven't lost trust in God. And so that's what ultimately keeps me going. But it's like, there's days when my body is just like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to talk to anybody. I just need to be left alone. And it's like, but I know that God has a plan, and it's a perfect plan.
I know the plans that I have for you to prosper you and not hurt you.
And so
There it is.
it's hard to see, like, we're literally in the trenches or in the forge right now.
Oh yeah.
You can't see the end yet, but we know that, like, but there's a lot of things that are funny about this whole thing going on, whether it's the Fed's direction or the pardons at the end of it. There's so much going on. And I just feel like we've got to go through, we got to keep pushing through in prayer and persistence.
We got to push God. And
Yeah.
we have to do that. That's what I've gotten from this whole thing. Like, Cash, I gave you a huge platform, son, and you're using it to promote political ideologies. Why don't you use it to promote me?
That's the only thing that matters is him.
That's it. Because if you're promoting me, then you're promoting what's good.
Right.
What did Christ say? He said, he who has the Son has the Father. If you love the Son, then you love the Father.
Right. Yeah.
So if we're doing what the Father says to do, we ain't got to say nothing about religion.
Right.
We're just doing what was said to be done. And if we do that, well, then guess what? We're doing the right thing.
Well, we talked about this earlier. I feel like that there has been a passivity that has crept into, I think about these
Strangling
men of valor, this like, take action, like, go for it, man. And it's like this whole politically correct and don't say this and don't offend these people and you'll get canceled for this. And it's so hard to, like, oh, am I being a chauvinist or what do I do? Like, how am I assertive and how do I speak the truth? And it's like, there needs to be a reconciling, because we have a duty, you know, if you believe God, family, country, right? You have a duty to your country, God, ultimately your family next, and your country. And we have a duty to, like, I feel like we talked about earlier too, it's a field that we have is, if we want to promote our Christian, conservative, fiscally responsible Christian, like, common sense values, you know, two genders, I know. I'm like, I hear heads exploding already.
How dare you?
But, like, you know, simple thing. And it's like, you know, the work of Christ on the cross, it's simple. And it's like, it's so hard to reconcile it back to, you get to politics and laws and rules and these things. And it's so hard to bring it together. I think we've got to.
Well, you know what? I was thinking as you was talking, you know, there's stories in the Bible. And one of them is about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Okay? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were Israelites. Therefore, they were not allowed to do certain things because it was against what God mandated them. And one of them, being a commandment, is you shall not have any graven images. Do not worship any graven images, right? But yet, these little sucker dudes try to make them sit down and worship the statue. And they said, I can't do it. So, and them standing on doing what was right, even though it was breaking the laws of the land. They were breaking the laws of the land under, what was it, Nebuchadnezzar? Yeah, it was Nebuchadnezzar. Under King Nebuchadnezzar, they were sentenced to die in the furnace, but God didn't let the flames touch them. As a matter of fact, he stood there in the flames. They saw a fourth man in the flames. So
it's hard to know when to stand, though. That's the thing.
But that's what I mean.
The vaccine or whether, you know what I mean?
Hey,
where do you take a stand at?
Well, you know where to take a stand at. It's written. It's written where you take the stands at. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. Simple as it is, man, is I will not do the things that are against God. And I'm not, but on the alternative to that, it says to respect the laws of the land. You respect the laws of the land. I think it's Romans chapter 13 gives a whole rundown about how to obey authority because they're put in authority by God. Unless the things that they're trying to get you to do and to say go against God. Okay?
Well, and our God he gives us
100% freedom. You got the freedom to choose.
On that, you have a right to stay.
Because that's your country.
Because
Your country says that there's a law in our country, or the laws, I'm sorry, our Constitution. So they have to obey the laws of this country. The authority, the way that it was framed out is the people that run the country, right, cannot violate these rights right here. These constitutional rights, these values that have founded our country say you can't violate this. If you go outside of this, again, you're breaking the law.
You're right.
Period.
And you're violating our rights.
And that means you're violating our rights. This is the thing that people forget. And I got to remind it. These politicians are not the law. Just because a politician says you got to do this and do that, that's not how this works. If you're violating the rights that I have according to the Constitution of this country,
right,
I don't have to submit and obey. And if you persecute me for that, well, then that's your choice. You go ahead. But just know that there's going to be another man standing in the fire with me against you for what you do. Because at the same time that I'm obeying my country's laws and you're breaking them, I'm also obeying God. And he's the higher judge above the authorities that you feel are in the land. And I'm going to leave it there.
Right. Well, we talked earlier about people being dissy. Like, I have a very close friend of mine who said, I can't do politics. And I feel like we talked about it earlier, and it says in the Bible that the government rests on Jesus'
shoulders, right?
And if we're in the body of Christ, then the government too rests upon our shoulders, the people, the people, as opposed to, I've been reading in this book, this series called Red Rising, and it talks about, if you have the back of the dollar and the Illuminati and the pyramid with the all-seeing eye and all that, the elites over the majority of the people, if you flip that upside down, is how it's really supposed to be. People on the top.
Right.
Holding people hold the power. So we have a civic duty to be.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to a special edition of Liberty's Cage. I'm Shane Jenkins, and we will be right back with more after this.
The America First Ultra MAGA Store. For all your MAGA needs. We sell t-shirts, tumblers, flags, hats, sneakers, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. The most patriotic America First retail store. The America First Ultra MAGA Store.
It's me, Joe the Box, down at the border getting some gold with Shane Jenkins.
No, Joe, we're going to avoid Montezuma's revenge, and we're just going to go to soundmoney.info/Stand in the Gap, and you can help Stand in the Gap and help January 6 people.
See you there.
See you there.
At the America First Warehouse. Live at the America First Warehouse on a Friday, Real America's Voice, all across the country, 103.9 LI News Radio, all across your radio, Suffolk County, Long Island. Glad you're in.
Corporate transfer. Fine professional, moving and storage, and inventory management.
Are you a true American? Then it's time to get connected. Download the America First Media and Television app and stay up to date with real news, bold voices, and live events from the America First Warehouse. From national broadcasts and exclusive shows to comedy nights, concerts, and special events. It's all right at your fingertips. No filters, no spin, just America First. Download the America First Media and Television app today and be part of the movement.
I'm sure you guys remember the platinum single, Justice for All, with Donald Trump and the J6 Prison Choir. We'll get ready for round 2. We're coming out with Anthem of the Free with High Res and the J6 Prison Choir. It's coming out now. It's pre-sale until December 19th when it drops. Get yours on all platforms, Google Play, Apple iTunes. Get it. It's going to be hot.
Justice for all, our voices ring, the anthem of the free.
America First Warehouse
was really the most patriotic venue that you can ever imagine. We wanted to build something for people to be able to come to and feel so comfortable and so relaxed, because there is nothing out there like it. We give an opportunity for people to really feel good about themselves and about this great country.
Engage, whether it's at the precinct level, all the way to city, state, local governments, all the way to the federal level. And that is,
I agree.
So I feel like we've been a shepherd. No, I feel like we've been derelict in our duty. I feel like we've allowed the fox into the hen house.
Been bamboozled out of your birthright.
People, people want to just go to work, raise their children. They don't want a bunch of government involved. They don't want to have to be in. Wish I could turn all this off that I see going on around me, and I can't. It's like in the Matrix.
Yeah, I took the red pill.
And it's like I can't unsee it again. So it's like I'll never be able to stop talking about it.
I got something for you. Just click. Oh, it's hitting right now. God, thank you. Yeah, I'm an American because I live in America. And this country is changing. I could say that. But I got to remember where I'm a citizen of first. The kingdom.
That's right.
I'm a citizen of the kingdom of God. So that means that even though I live in America, my citizenship is with God, which means that I'm just an ambassador walking around representing that kingdom. So no matter what's going on in this kingdom that we're a part of down here, hey, I'm going to carry myself accordingly. And y'all going to do what you do, government. You're probably going to hear this stuff. I know you guys like to, hear all it. And it's all good. I am not against the government of the United States, because in my mind, the government of this country is the Constitution. It's not the people that represent the government, because you're not representing the government, which is the Constitution. So if you're not representing the Constitution, then you're not representing. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not against. You already know.
The ambassador is empowered by the president.
I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to see him. You're going to be coming back real soon. You're going to be riding with an army behind him. You think he's coming with peace.
He's bringing the sword.
He said,
ooh, the sword from the fire.
Bruh, I'm telling you, the Messiah, he's going to come. And that's what we're all waiting on at the end of the day. So in that waiting, all I'm trying to do is be a good guy. I know I don't get to heaven by my works, but they go hand in hand. Faith and works go hand in hand. I can't say I got faith, but I ain't got no good works to show for it. And I can't say that I got all these good works, so that means I got faith, because you got some messed up people that call themselves politicians. They got all these beautiful works that they can show before man, but don't have faith, and you could tell it by their fruits. They'll profess some stuff. It says they praise me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. And that's what we see today. I don't want to fall in that category. So I'm not trying to just praise with my lips. I try to let my actions speak. Even in here, anywhere I've been, I let my actions speak. I'm not perfect. And when I mess up, I'll admit it. And that's what I would expect for our leaders to do. You're not perfect. Just admit that. Admit that you've messed up and we've let our country go down a different path that it shouldn't be going down, and apologize. Be the godly man.
Accountability.
Yeah, apologize.
I could accept it. Like if Bill Clinton would have got there and said, you know what? I was having an inappropriate relationship with that woman.
My flesh got the best of me. I tripped.
Be transparent. Be vulnerable.
Be a human. Be an American.
Confess your sins one to another. And if you accept that public office and you violate it, then confess your sins publicly. That's
it.
That's all we want.
We can turn this country around in a heartbeat. Is all you got to do is come out and just be honest. And I'll tell you right now, to the people that are watching this right now, scratch the politicians, right? I want the people that's listening right now when you hear this, because this is going to be in the future when you hear it. I'll be already at the prison somewhere, hopefully, maybe home. But you guys can change the country on your own. We don't need to wait on a politician. Just remember that you're a kingdom citizen, no matter what. If you're putting God first in your life and you're not being led by the flesh, you're trying to be led by the spirit. Balance that. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have days where your flesh wins. I hope that they're not many. I hope that your spirit wins more, and that scale like this. You know what I'm saying? But walk that way, and I promise you, we could change the country on our own without anything that they do. We'll give them to Caesar what is Caesar's. Take what you want to take. That's fine. Inflation's real high. We got a whole bunch of people that's hurting for food. You got extra food, and you help out your neighbor. It's easy. It's easy, even though it's hard.
If we raise up our communities, and then our communities raise up our cities, and
yes,
cities raise up our states.
Yes.
And the states rise up, there's nothing that can stop.
Exactly. Our churches, them pastors, if you're listening like this and you're a pastor of a church, man, open up them doors, man. feed the people that are hungry, shelter the people that need to be sheltered, you know, help out, do the things that you can do. Don't
Sell your private jet.
So yeah, you know, I'm not telling you to go for broke. God might want you to have some stuff. I don't know. You know,
Joel Osteen, we're watching you. I'm from Houston, so
Joel, I'm a fan. I like you. I like your message, but I would love for your actions, brother. I don't know you, but I'm just saying. Also, synagogues, people that are Jewish faith, open up them doors and help the people, because as somebody that is Jewish, you're supposed to be the example to the planet according to the Bible. That was your mandate. Get out there and do that. And I'm not saying some of you don't. I'm just saying that as a whole community, let's make that our goal, and to compete in doing good for one another. If you're a Muslim, that is your mandate, to spread the message of love and peace. Islam means peace, right? Where's the peace? Let's put the peace in the world. Let's get along with one another. Let's look out for one another. Whatever your religion may be, that's between you and God. I'm not nobody's judge. I'm not to tell you that you're wrong or you're right. I know what my faith is, and I'm going to let it go by my works. So if you say you have faith, then let it show by your works, and let's stop this in the recession or the depression or whatever it is, and let's make a collection for the people. And let it be that, and look out for your community. It's not hard. We're doing it in here, man. We're locked up, and we try to do everything that we can for each other and other people in the facility when we have the opportunity. And not a lot of people in here have much.
And shout out to the people who have, man. People have really looked out for us and blessed us.
Yeah,
too.
big time.
We've been able to share that blessing with other inmates and people elsewhere. So not to bring light to that, but it's been like, it's just been a whole thing.
Yeah. You know, I want to say that too. Thank you to all of you out there that do exactly what I just said, that already have been living that life and doing those things. Thank you. God bless you. You know what I'm saying? And I hope that it becomes infectious. Do good to people, man. That's been my message from before I got locked up. You know, my message is just do unto others as you will want them to do unto you.
That says right there, above all, love each other deeply, because love covers
a multitude of sins. That's the truth. Love each other, man. That's what I'm going to try to do when I head out to this new place where I'm going. That's my prayer, is that God will let me be effective where I go. That I won't have to get into no religious debates or political debates, that I can just center myself and let Christ shine through my heart to the people that I meet, without even having to tell them anything. Just let them see Cash.
Just walk, and God's going to provide those.
Right.
He's going to put you in. Don't put Cash in those situations. Let God put you right. If you walk it, people are going to see it. They're going to be, what's the difference? Let them.
I might cry
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Try to force the ministry, like the gospel, on people. And my mentor, I got to give a shout out to Dave. He says God will provide. Like, walk it, and people will ask something. There's something different about it.
Then you have a chance to minister.
Yeah, that's it. So
yeah, 100%.
we got to go. Dudu and Sean are out there wondering where we're at, wanting us to come play spades. So I want to say thank you to my brother.
I love you, bro.
I love you too, man. You're going to be fine. Thank you for allowing us to do this exit interview podcast for the Real J6. This is the first vidcast, podcast, whatever you want to call it, for the Real J6. And I know that God is preparing us for something greater than this. And I'm so happy for you to be able to go spend time with your kids and pick up those little ones and give them a hug and let them see daddy. And the weight you put on.
Wait, baby, that's the weight right there. I'm slim. Just don't let this fool you. I'm slim up in here, baby. Flexing. Right?
But
just baggy clothes.
You know, we're going to keep you lifted up in prayer. And you know what we forgot to mention too is something we do every night, is sing the anthem. And that has been something that has been a love-hate thing, because it gets to be wearisome after 700 times. But
not just that. Sometimes people feel like the when you look at your paper and it says the United States of America versus Cash Lee Kelly or Shane Jenkins, you're like, you know, why? But then you remember that this paper isn't the United States of America. It's these people are usurpers.
We've turned our anthem into a protest song, which is mind blowing, especially with the whole Colin Kaepernick thing, with all that. We flipped it around on them and used it.
Yeah.
as a
It's like a thing. Yeah,
it's a whole thing.
We made it something. That's the thing, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna miss this, dog. I'm probably gonna be singing the anthem every night at 9 o'clock, bro. I'm probably. I'm gonna be
like, what are you doing?
Hey, man,
I just want to sing the anthem.
I might mess around with that. You know, I'll be wondering what they're gonna say. You know, I'd be skeptical. Like, do I even want to tell them I'm a part of J6, or I don't want to go with the other thing and make me seem more street? You know, but it's like,
what are you in there for?
yeah, what you in here for? All right, yo, initially.
We gotta go on us, but thank y'all for tuning in. Follow us, like us. I don't. What is your?
Oh yeah. If you want to check me out on YouTube, it's Cash Kelly the Streetlight, KASH Kelly the Streetlight. On Twitter, it's at Cash Kelly 1. Yeah, we'll leave everything else out of there. But I do want to say this. On Facebook, matter of fact, Streetlight Unity Movement, the Streetlights Unity Movement. Check that out. That's what I had going before all of this. And I want to end it, if you don't mind, the way that I would end my show.
Yeah. Let me kick mine out real quick. It's going to be TheRealJ6.com. On Getter and Truth, it's at TheRealJ6. And on Twitter, at TheRealJ6, Zaddy with a Z. Zaddy. TheRealJ6 Zaddy. Go for it.
Okay, when I point at you, you're going to say, woo! Okay?
All right.
All right, here we go. Unite. Don't fight. Be a street light, because only you can be the change that you wish to see in the world. And when you get too stressed out, you got to remember to pray, America, because without God, everything falls apart.
Woo! Yeah, brother!
Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed that. That was footage that was actually smuggled out of the DC gulag, unbeknownst to the guards and wardens and people like that there. But what a pleasure it was to record that. What a horrible thing to go through, but I will tell you that we learned so much going through that and grew spiritually, mentally, and I have a extended family and friends. And so you can only get this content here on the America First Media app. But thank you guys at the America First Warehouse. Joe, we love you. Teresa, everybody up there, all the guys behind the scenes that make it work. Thank you so much for allowing us to be on your network and have a show with you guys. We'll bring some more new content next week. We can't wait to see you then. Thank you. God bless you. Shane Jenkins out.